The scope of the biodiversity in the oceans is almost hard to imagine. By volume, about 99% of the habitable portion of our planet is underwater. We know that we're losing a lot of biodiversity from the oceans, and so the mission of Ocean Genome Legacy is to try to capture some of the diversity of the oceans that is expressed in the DNA of those organisms, and then to make those DNAs available to researchers so they can learn more about the oceans and how we can protect them.
Cataloging the ocean is an impossible task, so we work with collaborators to ship out kits so that they can collect the species that they interact with. We have sent over 300 kits to researchers around the world.
We have over 28,000 DNA samples from 25,000 different specimens. Those come from about 1,100 families and 39 phyla.
The way that OGL kits work is that a researcher will request a kit, or we will contact them and ask them to collect samples for us. In that kit will be tubes that have the samples in them, and then data sheets that have all of the metadata about the individual specimen they're collected from. We can also send things like a waterproof camera so people can take images of the specimen in the wild or as they're collecting them. We'll take a small piece of tissue from the sample that they send us, and we'll extract the DNA from that. And then I archive it and stick it in the freezer.
A recent example of a unique species actually comes from the research we do at Ocean Genome Legacy, where we discovered a new species of shipworm. Shipworms normally are clams that burrow in wood and eat wood. This strange species actually burrows in rock, and it actually ingests rock. We really know very little about this other than it's an unusual organism doing something very unusual, and so it's pretty likely that it's doing something of great interest for science. I never know what I'm going to find out on that particular day. What a student might have discovered in the lab, or what a colleague may contact us and tell us about. Part of what maintains all of our interest in science, it's always the unknown. It's always, what are we going to find out today?